Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to cut and sew a corset. Okay, so this particular corset is very simple, and I think it's beginner friendly, so it's very easy, the explanation and everything. And one good thing about this particular corset is that you can actually attach your bra wire. So those of you that know what a bra wire means, that is that wire under your bra. Okay, so you can actually attach your bra wire if you wish to. Okay, so that is one good thing about this method I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve. Okay, so guys, if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. And also thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So this is a gear journey. Let's get into it, guys. So guys, let's go ahead now and draft out the pattern. The first thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to come down by ½ inch like so for the shoulder slope. From that shoulder slope now, divide your bust measurement into 6 plus 1.5. Whatsoever you have is going to serve as the armhole length. Okay, I'm placing my tape like this. From the starting line, I came down by 10 inches for my bust point, 13 inches for my under bust. Then I came down by 17 inches for my half length. So from your half length, you can add about 7 to 8 inches for your top length. Okay, so after doing that, go ahead now and connect the lines together like this. Connect the points together. So after doing that, I'm going to just label this out for you guys to see it clearly. So this is a class. I will be taking it step by step. So the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 7 inches. Divide it into 2 like this and place it on the lines as you can see me doing. The next thing I'm going to do now, on that 8 inches, which is going to serve as the chest line, I'm going to place my shoulder measurement divided by 2 on that line, which is 7.5, and also place my bust divided by 4 on that line. So my bust measurement is 36, so I'm going to place it on that line, which gave me 9 inches. So go ahead now and connect the points like this. So after connecting it on this armhole length, I'm going to get the midpoint. Then I'm going to go in like this by ½ inch, okay, to get the armhole curve. So go ahead and get your armhole curve. For the neck width, I'm going to be using 3 inches for the neck width. So after doing that now, coming to this shoulder slope area, I'm going to divide what I have there by 2. Go ahead and divide it by 2. For the neck depth, I'm going to be using 3.5 inches. So that is what you see me marking. Then after marking the neck depth, go ahead now and connect with your curve and also mark out the shoulder slope. Next thing I'm going to do now is to connect all the way like this. Just connect a line from the middle of the shoulder slope area to the bust point line like this. I'm going to mark ½ inch. You can see go in by ½ inch towards the center front like this. The next thing I'm going to do now is to mark ½ inch at both sides of the line towards the waistline. So I'm going to just mark ½ inch like this towards the waistline, not on the under bust line. Don't mind that mistake I made at that part, okay? So just mark ½ inch like the way you normally get your dart, your normal dart, ½ inch at both sides on the waistline area, okay? So after getting the dart now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark 0.75. So my bust is 36, so I'm going to be using 0.75. So you are measuring from the midline, mark 0.75 towards the center front and also 0.75 towards the side front, okay? Take it all the way down to the bottom of the blouse. After doing that now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to come down by ½ inch from the bust point line like this. So just come down by ½ inch. Then I'm going to just curve this like this, okay? So just go ahead and curve it this way. Hope you understand. Just connect a curve from the bust point to the under bust like this. Go ahead now and mark out this my chest line. So I'm going to make it visible, the chest line part, and get the distance between your bust point to under bust. Mine is 3 inches. Then I'm going to place it on the bust point line like this. After doing that, I'm going to just connect like this. So just connect to get the center front cup like this. Okay, I'm going to place 3.5 inches like this, which is my bust span nipple to nipple. Okay, so just go ahead now and place your nipple to nipple measurement like this. Then you're going to add 1 inch to that. So mine is 4.5 inches. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. From that, my initial nipple to nipple measurement, place it like this towards the side, okay, to get the cup. So after doing that, go ahead now and connect it all the way to the under bust line. So after doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark 1 inch at both sides of this upper chest line. You can see that line part. I'm going to mark 1 inch at both sides of the line like this. So after getting this, go ahead and connect it all the way back to the bust point like this. So after doing that, now I'm going to just connect at the top. So towards the center front, you're going to have something like a sweetheart neckline at that part. So this is what we are having, guys. You can see. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my body measurements. Please make sure to replace all the darts, okay? So you can see at this chest line what I did, I divided my bust by 4, place it there, then measure the dart you have on that chest line. You can see that dart, then you replace it at that part, okay? Then towards the waist area, the next thing I'm going to do also is to place my tape like this. If you know a better way of taking your body measurement, please make sure to do that. But for me, this is what I normally do. So I will measure what I have from the center front to that line, then take it all the way again to this last line towards the side front. So take it like that. So guys, towards the waist area, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4. That is what you see me doing, okay? So this is my own way of inputting my body measurement, okay? So go ahead now and measure all the that you have at that part, then you replace it back. I hope you understand. So also on the hip area, divide my hip measurement by 4, as you can see. So mine is 10.5, and I'm going to also replace the dart intake I have there. After that, go ahead now and connect the points together to give you a nice shape. Come down by 1.5 inches for the bust dart towards the side like this. So just come down by 1.5 inches like this. You can see what I'm doing. So after coming down, this is what you should have. Label out the cup correctly. Okay, so this is very important. Make sure to label it out. For the length of the blouse, this actually depends on what you want. For me, I'm going to mark about 6 inches towards the side. That is how I want the blouse to be. I want it to be very long. So I came down by 6 inches towards the side from my waistline. Then towards the center front from my waistline, I came down by 7 inches. Okay, so I'm going to just connect like this. When you are connecting the bottom part, make sure to close the dart, okay? So I'm going to just connect like this, and this is what we have for the drafting part of the front. Then go ahead now and cut it out. Please watch carefully the way I'm cutting it out, and make sure to close down the bust dart. Before cutting it out, you can see after closing the bust dart, you will discover that there is a shortage at that part. So you can see me replacing it. So that is why I have to stop cutting. Make sure there is no shortage on your pattern. After doing that, go ahead and cut it out completely. So after cutting out this part, I'm going to just hold it down with my sellotape, okay? So we've cut out the dart. The next thing now is to hold it down. Okay, so I want it to be at one piece so that I can be able to cut it out on my fabric. After holding it down with my sellotape, this is what we are having now. So let's keep it aside and work on the cup area. So before that, let me go ahead and cut out this yoke. Okay, so go ahead and cut out the yoke. So for this yoke, when attaching your yoke to your corset, I would advise you to leave enough sewing allowance at that bottom part. Leave much sewing allowance at that bottom part, okay? After doing that, guys, this is what we have. Gonna need to cut it out, and these are the cups. So assuming you are working with two piece, you just leave it this way, two-piece cup. So but we are making three-part cup, and that is why we have to do this. I'm going to hold the top part of this cup like this. You can see what I'm doing. So just hold it like this, okay? Then towards this part, you can see that line. From that line, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches. You can see what I'm doing towards the center front. Then towards the side, from the line, from this line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch like this, okay? Then towards the middle of that line, you can see that middle line, I went up about half inch. So I'm going to just connect like this. So this is just for you to have like a curve at that upper part, okay? So to have like a curve towards the cup area. So guys, after cutting, this is what we are having. So I'm trying to cut out the sellotape that was showing out, and after cutting, guys, this is what we have. So we have the three-part corset. You can see the three-part corset. This is what we have for the cup. So this is it, guys. This is what we are having. So when you stitch it down, you should have it looking this way, and this is the yoke. Just go ahead and attach it to the yoke, okay? When you're cutting this on your fabric, you add your stitching allowance at the side, at the upper part, at the bottom part, okay? Coming to the back piece, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement by 2, come down by half inch for shoulder slope. From that shoulder slope, I'll come down by my armhole length, okay? So just go ahead and come down by your armhole length like this. Divide your bust measurement by 4 and place it on the chest line. Then go ahead and curve out your armhole curve, okay? The neck width I'm going to use for the back is still the same with the front, so which is 3 inches. Then the neck depth of the back is going to be 1 inch. So go ahead and connect the shoulder slope and also the neckline. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to add about half inch to that, okay? So I came down by 1 inch from the neck depth of the back like this to have this curve. So go ahead and curve it out to have this shape, okay? So this is the shape of yoke we are going to be using for this particular corset, okay? This is how the back is going to be. That is the yoke. Now from the center back, I'm going to go in by 1.5 inches. So just go ahead and go in by 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to determine my half length. So remember we subtracted 1.5 inches for the side dart, 1.5 inches. So we are going to subtract that 1.5 inches from our half length. So my half length is 17 inches. 17 inches minus 1.5 inches. So I have 15.5 inches. So it's going to be the half length for the back. Then from that half length, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. Remember it was 6 inches we used from the waist measurement of the front. We are going to also do the same thing for the back area. Then on the waist area, I'm going to divide my waist measurement into 4. You can see how I'm placing it from the center back. The back is not going to have a dart. On the top length, go ahead and divide your measurement by 4 and place it there, okay? So after doing that, I'm going to just connect it like this. Connect from the hip line to the waistline, from the waistline to the bust point line. So guys, after doing that, I'm going to place the front piece on the back piece to see if the lengths are equal, and you can see what we have. The lengths are actually the same. So this is what you should have also. I'm going to just connect these points like this towards the side. So this part now I'm marking X is going to serve as the highlight part. So that is where the highlight is going to be. So I'm going to just mark ½ inch like this. So this is where we are going to create our highlight and our bony casing on this part, okay, to tie it up. So after doing that, go ahead and cut it out. Make sure to label so that you don't get confused at the end of the day. Make sure you label correctly in the way you'll be able to understand the patterns, okay? So guys, this is what we are having after cutting it out. So this is it. You can see the pieces we have for the back.